Hey guys, this is Winsky. Welcome back to my Anonymous Code Let's Play. Last time we just solved the second quest, and then we ran into some freaking Holy Office agents and we took care of them, and we realized that one of Momo's associates was still alive. So that is where we are at. It was a pretty good ending last time. And let's load back in to see what's going on now. Wait, don't tell me I don't have a save file. Okay, I panicked. I was like, don't tell me I didn't save. Yeah, I wonder where things in the story are gonna head towards now, and we're finally gonna get like Cicada to reach out to us. We went outside, letting the CCO clean up the mess at the Nakano Broadway. The chaos from the face hack hadn't totally subsided yet, but we'd stopped the root cause, so things would sort themselves out soon. As long as the hackers, the police, the Google fixed their shit, the Pictos S would go back to normal. Oh my god, finally! I already got a message from Cicada 3301. There was a 4chan post too, so it must have been him.
Completed 2 quests. Surely now he'll... What the hell?
Don't tell me that we're Cicada. The message, it was so short. It didn't feel like Cicada wrote it. It looked something like some kid would send as a joke. Who's observing you? Oh no. Me, Polon, I'm observing you. Observing? What? Win sent me an article. Second in quest ranks? What? So I was in second place now, huh? The quest rankings didn't mean anything though. They had nothing to do with Cicada 3301. What if it did? I wasn't good enough yet. That's what Cicada himself said. Honestly, I really didn't want to be treated as a hacker. My goals and attitude were completely different from those assholes. Polon really doesn't like hackers.
What happened to the others?
Momo looked serious, and there was an air of tension around her.
Diego and Homero. Are they okay?
Oh.
They were alive when I fled, but...
No. They were captured and tortured by 513 agents.
That's messed up.
There was little I could do but put them out of their misery.
That's sad. So she was the only one alive?
Terrible.
Things would have been different if more of us had acted. Too many of the anti-Fate faction have lost their hope and urge to stand up.
Aww.
I cannot blame them. The Holy Office 513 are a terrifying force.
Momo sighed, a sullen expression on her face. Aw, Rosario looks so gentle. Rosario gently stroked her
For
back.
now, we should be thankful we were able to see each other again.
That's true.
That's true.
I was surprised when I heard you were participating in those quests, though. You've now completed 2 of them. 513 must be dumbfounded.
This is all thanks to Polon and his Nakano Symphonies.
Nagano Symphonies?
It's the name of our team. There's one other guy in it.
I joined them, and we're now working together to save the world.
You have new allies, I see.
I love her voice. It's so
I haven't
smooth.
forgotten how much you all helped me back at the Vatican. Actually, it's because of what happened that I've learned to trust others.
You made the right call. Saving the world is too great a task for one person.
Also, I love this sprite. I don't know, I just love the way it's
Hold on.
drawn.
Now that I've dealt with Davide, I cannot return to 513. Would you mind if I stayed here and helped with your efforts to protect the world?
You mean...
How are they gonna find out it's her? Like, I know they're gonna find out eventually, but how are
If
they
you're
gonna
asking to
know?
join the symphonies, you got it. Any friend of Momo's is a friend of mine.
Cross would be for it too.
Momo. So that's what you're going by.
Yes. I'm Momo Aizaki now.
All right then. Hold on. Momo, let's save the world.
Yeah! But when is Cicada gonna actually, like, take us seriously. Don't tell me how to do a third quest. Don't tell me how to do a third one of these impossible freaking quests. Like, you're telling me 2 is good enough? 2 is good enough? Does it really matter that I'm number 1 on the rankings? Asuma was seated in a chair with his head rested on the desk. A tuning terminal was on the desk too. The cube-like device had been tossed carelessly onto the flat surface. It was shortly after midnight. The boy had fallen asleep and looked like any other child his age, and yet...
Mother, I did not...
He shouted suddenly, waking himself up. Oh no, he's having nightmares.
Drat. I fell asleep.
Are
Maybe
you
'cause
okay,
he's
Asuma?
Working 24/7?
It looked like you were having a nightmare.
Why is he in the room with him? Asuma's expression twisted into one of deep disgust as he realized Iwan was him. Yeah, I would too. Imagine like I'm sleeping and then all of a sudden you wake up and there's someone next to you or like in the room with you and like they didn't have your permission. Like, what?
Why are you here?
You were working late into the night, weren't you? I came to check on you. Passion is all well and good, but only in measured doses. Why not get some rest in your room for once?
I'm getting bad vibes from Iwan. Like, you know, sometimes it could be caring that they're coming to check up on you, but I feel like he's kind of unwanted here, and like clearly Asuma doesn't want him there, so I'm getting bad vibes from him.
I don't need you to remind me. Use your head for once, imbecile.
Like, what does he want? Iwan nodded as he placed the mug down on the desk. And you know how in the beginning it said, what's it called? The Baldy Builder, Graham, said his soldier's intuition said that there's something shady about Iwan. Yeah, there's definitely something shady about Iwan.
I knew you'd say that. That's why I made
just
this.
All the times that he stays in the room with freaking Asuma, like without permission, as if like he's supposed to or he just can. Like, no, that behavior needs to stop. This is very sussy.
What?
It's hot milk with honey and vanilla extract. My grandfather used to make it for me. It has something of a relaxing effect.
And you know what this thing he's wearing? This looks like some church outfit for some reason. Like, is he also from the church?
Are you done here? Get out. I'm hard at work, as I'm sure you can see.
Very well. I'll see you tomorrow.
Asuma reached for the cube-like device, but after a moment of hesitation, took the mug instead. After drinking about half of the milk, he picked up the terminal and resumed his work. It was early morning, shortly before sunrise, and 2 men stood in a park. One was Oz, and the other, Kaoru. Kaoru held his hand in a tablet displaying the name Riku Kaburagi.
I hear that you contributed during the face hack.
I see you're as abreast of events as ever, Mr. Kaburagi.
We're the younger generation of government officials. Information is both our sword and shield. You have my deepest gratitude for saving this country.
The one you should be thanking is Polon Takaoka.
Anyone who contributed even a little deserves recognition.
That's nice and all, but you don't have much time today, do you? Let's get to the point.
I like Tengen. Straight to the point.
That's true. Give me your investigation report.
The first one to hear the rumors of Project Gaia being resumed was a young politician currently serving on the ruling cabinet, Riku Kaburagi. An extremely precise Earth simulator could be more dangerous than nuclear weaponry. Some said that one could even spark World War III. With such fears in mind, Kaburagi had discussed the matter with Kaoru and requested that Oz investigated further.
The JUSDF suddenly conducted a military drill on Tsushima in March. An unannounced East Asian maritime exercise was then postponed.
That explains why, like, what Oz has been researching or trying to figure out this whole time.
As you thought, the JUSDF drill was planned using Gaia's predictions. The Ministry scheduled it to prevent an intrusion by East Asian forces. There's also the accidental death of that terrorist before the G7 summit in May. And the capture of a foreign agent during June's joint military exercise with Russia in Kunashiri.
Oops, Gaia was involved in those too.
So it was all true.
And here's something extra. Last year, a major foreign cyber attack targeted Japan's medical institutions. It turns out the MOD staged that attack to procure extra funding. All that extra cash is going towards operating Gaia.
To think they'd go that far. So that's what they're willing to do, to take back the 50 years Japan lost.
It's tough to make up for lost time within the confines of the law these days. Does the Prime Minister know about this?
Most likely. They're playing it safe, making sure they never leave any evidence. They're being real crafty. I can't help but admire that.
Do you think we can prove that the PM's involved? If we want to turn Gaia off for good, we'll need to attack the source.
During the SFG's operation to capture Lucia, the people involved with Gaia held a few meetings. Those get-togethers helped me narrow down who we're dealing with. Won't be long before we've got the evidence we need.
I see.
Look forward to the good news.
I believe in you, Ozutani. We're going to change the world, and we're going to do it the right way.
Oh, we're back to Liddy's perspective.
Hold on. You went crazy on that quest yesterday, didn't you? I heard it was even harder than the High-Hack one. Ugh, I shouldn't have come to Kyoto for the academic meeting.
Whoa, Miss Lid?
I was in deep sleep when an overexcited woman suddenly woke me up.
You made a delayed choice again, didn't you? The loading, I mean. Did you hear anything from that mystery hacker?
I loaded, yeah, but...
Oh, and congrats on getting to second place. It's crazy to think that you're right behind Juno now. You're awesome.
Second place now, actually.
Did you fight her yet? She's also a real wizard, isn't she? I still wonder whether people are being literal when they say she's a phantom.
I think she is.
I'll follow the next quest
she's
as it happens. So promise me you'll work your
still.
magic then too. I've got an interview now, though. See ya.
Oh, she's so busy.
What the hell?
Where is this, actually? I feel like I'd been caught in a sudden downpour while on a walk. I was now totally awake. And damn, she seemed pretty busy. And on her day off, too. Oh, that's her day off?
You're
this
finally
interview?
up.
Dang. That woman works. You're finally up.
Cross?
I finally realized that I wasn't in Symphony.
Why are you
Well,
surprised?
I realized that a while back.
You're the one who asked to stay at my place.
Oh, he has a loft?
Oh, yeah. I let
Cross
the girls
has
have
a
Symphony.
loft. I'm so jealous of him. I love lofts. I just love, like, vertical spaces. And, like, just being able to have a set of stairs and, like a double layer. But, like, instead of, like, 2 separate floors. I like lofts because of all that vertical space. It just feels like you have so much space when you lift your head up. I don't know. I like vertical space, period. I think I've already, like, repeated that 3 or 4 times in different words. But I'll say it again. I like vertical space, okay? The security there was pretty good. So I figured it was the safest place for him. And that since I didn't have anywhere else to sleep, I went to Cross's
You're gonna
place.
talk to that Rosario woman about the Holy Office 513, right?
And he has
Shouldn't we
3
get going?
monitors. I'm jealous of this man's life. I checked the time and realized it was already past 10 a.m.
I'll get ready.
When I reached Symphony, both Momo and Rosario looked kind of confused.
Is there a traffic jam? Or maybe it's something to do with the face hack.
Morning.
no.
What's up?
Polon and Cross are here. We ordered delivery for breakfast about 2 hours ago, but it's not here yet.
Oh no.
That sucks. Is the place nearby?
Yes. It's a sushi restaurant downtown.
Sounds
I
so
saw a
good.
social media post saying they deliver norimaki and miso soup sets by drone until 11.
I don't know what norimaki
The
is, but
natto
it's
and
probably kind of
kankyo
roll.
look delicious.
You can eat sushi?
I'm sure I can. I know what it is.
She said something like that before she choked on the 7 cup.
We should complain. They advertise 10-minute deliveries, but they've made us wait 2 hours. It's simply unforgivable.
It's hard to be a Karen! How dare they make me wait? Okay, 2 hours is kind of long with delivery, though. I get it. Rosario steeled herself and used the Bible-like input device to control her BMI.
Is this all the sushi Nakano branch? I want to speak with your manager. Rosario Rosalini. I made an order 2 hours ago and it still hasn't come. Such slovenly business deserves divine punishment.
Oh my god, Ashley has short hair too. Everything's coming together. Damn, she went hard. I complain myself from time to time, but never like this.
What? Say that again, please?
What happened?
Really?
She effed up, didn't she?
Truly? Honestly?
What is going on?
I'm so sorry.
She sure sounded meek, retracting her complaint.
What happened?
I forgot to order.
This dumb? I'm not gonna say it, but what?
Huh?
What is wrong with her?
It's fine.
I was gonna try to make her go back in time and order. No wonder nothing got delivered. What is wrong with her?
So sorry.
It's fine. There's still
That's
time
so
to order.
funny and sad and dumb at the same time.
I'll do it right away.
It's fine.
Rosario used her BMI again. It's so funny to see her total 180. Her serious expression, combined with the way she handled her Bible-like device, made her look pretty cool and kind of holy. Yeah, she is cool. But that style didn't count for much considering she was trying to fix a breakfast order she'd messed up.
There.
Thank you.
Would you mind if I took a look at the bill?
You doubt that I ordered successfully?
I swear to the Lord that I most certainly did.
Where's this front coming from?
Please, don't get me wrong. I just want to check it.
Very well.
Rosario used her BMI again, grumpily.
What's the problem now?
She spent like $500.
It's the amount.
No!
If it's not enough, we can just ask for more.
It's not that. She ordered too much.
Well, then we can eat with them.
It's 20 sets.
Hello?
20?
How much money is that? How do you mess up that bad?
How could I?
Oh my god.
I can't believe myself.
I'll call him about it.
It's fine.
I'm just definitely abusing the power now. I'm just like, I'll teleport him back in time to fix anything. Rosario was acting like a sad puppy.
Was she really a badass agent of the church?
That's so
Of
funny.
course. She can be a bit careless outside
Yeah,
of
you
missions,
saw her shoot
though.
Davide. A bit?
I changed the order to 2 sets.
Thank you.
Yeah, 2 and 20 sets are very different.
I'm terribly sorry for my trespasses. I must seek penance. Is there a church nearby?
I'm dead! No, it's okay! You don't
It's
need
not
a church!
that big of a deal. You just be more careful next time. That's all.
Cross is right.
What kind of life has she been living? I know she was with the holy agents, but god, they're weird. Momo patted Rosario's head. I felt like I was watching little sister taking care of her big sister. It was kind of strange. The Rosario I'd met the day before was a fading memory at this point. Yeah, right? Momo and Rosario struggled with the natto, but eventually they finished their breakfast. After that, we got down to business.
I will tell you everything I know.
Alright, tell me.
Please be aware that there will be no going back once you've heard it all.
Okay. Are you sure you want to?
I've been ready for a long time now. I'll listen too.
Please begin, Rosario.
Very well. The Holy Office 513
Illuminati!
dates back to over 100 years ago. It has roots in the secret society known as the Illuminati. At the time, it was only a small group with little influence, but that changed in 1917 with the miracle of Our Lady's appearance and the third secret of Fatima she bestowed upon us. The prophecy of the world's end bolstered their beliefs. They decided to analyze more miracles, such as Our Lady's words and other apparitions. 513 became a real organization. They added details to the original Illuminati fate line to create a more complex series of events.
But why?
So that's their origin story.
Their actions grew increasingly extreme over the years, especially once they'd used the Earth simulator to verify the apparitions of Our Lady.
So do they have an Earth simulator of their own?
In 2013, the Pope resigned from his post while still alive. It was a rare act, and 513 was involved with that too. The Pope was already dead. 513 assassinated him since he was anti-fate.
Oh no.
The resignation was tendered by a body double.
Oh.
They killed the Pope? Isn't he like the boss of the whole church? What the hell?
Do they have someone who's like very skilled in disguise?
They'll do anything that wouldn't be traced back to them. They're especially proactive about eliminating whoever stands in their way. Rumor has it they were involved in the deaths of well-known individuals, such as Antoni Gaudí and Nikola Tesla.
Unfortunately, I don't know my history that well, so I had to go check what Antoni Gaudí, 1852 to 1926, was an architect born in Spain. Between 1984 and 2005, UNESCO declared several of his works, such as the Sagrada Familia, Park Güell, Casa Mila, cultural heritage sites. His Sagrada Familia was recognized by the Pope as Basilica, putting it above regular churches. Okay, so he was a famous architect, I guess. Okay, yeah, Nikola Tesla was an electrician, born in the Austrian Empire, now Croatia. Okay.
Gaudí, of Sagrada Familia fame?
Yes, its second architect.
And Nikola Tesla is known for his work on alternating current.
I know Nikola Tesla. Those are the kind of people you see in textbooks, right? Apparently, the Holy Office's influence went beyond the Vatican.
The anti-fate faction faced its gravest ordeal in 2026.
What happened?
Back then, the faction was led by Pietro Bertone, the Cardinal Kent Korihisa trusted more than any other.
Kent Korihisa, we see him
Ever since
mentioned.
Kent Korihisa escaped in 2012, Pietro had sent him information about 513's actions and the situation at the Vatican.
He must have been a real pillar of the faction.
Indeed. He was a great man, but he was asked to deliver a speech during the Sagrada Familia completion ceremony. And when he approached the altar...
Oh no. What?
An agent assassinated him.
Dang! Freaking Davide! Spanish media reported that on the 13th, during an event to celebrate the completion of the Sagrada Familia, Cardinal Pietro Bertone had died catching fire. Witnesses say he ignited soon after climbing the platform to give a speech. The fire was quickly put out and the Cardinal was rushed to a nearby hospital, but he was pronounced dead at 1400. Okay. I'm pretty sure I did not say that correctly. But this is 2 p.m., right? Yes, 2 p.m. The burning was broadcasted online and forensic evidence revealed that the fire broke out on the hem of the Cardinal's clothes. So was Davide there and touched him? Local officials say that they have not yet found any potential cause of the fire. So was he under the stage? And then he touched the clothes? Because I'm pretty sure Davide has to touch them to set on fire, right?
The ceremony was streamed worldwide.
That's messed up.
People all over the world witnessed the moment of his death.
Oh,
I remember seeing that.
That must have been so traumatic, especially for little kids.
Me too.
I was a child back then, so I didn't get how important that was. But footage of the man burning was all over the internet, so you couldn't avoid it even if you tried. Imagine being a kid and you just want to play video games or search the internet, and then you, like everywhere you get recommended these videos of the Pope burning. That's traumatic, God. Man, that wasn't even an assassination. They burned him alive in broad daylight, in front of a crowd, and on record.
What happened to the Anti-Fate faction after Cardinal Bertone's death?
They were shut out from the centers of authority at the Vatican and lost the power to resist 513. Since then, 513 has had complete control over the Vatican.
Dang.
The current pope is more of a figurehead than anything.
Momo had said that the Holy Office 513 were a secret group pulling the strings of Catholicism, and it seemed like she was telling the truth. I fought one of their agents just yesterday. I didn't have the luxury to doubt anymore. Crazy powerful group that wanted the world to end. That's who we were up against.
Pietro was my father.
Aww. That came out of nowhere.
The cardinal they killed?
My foster father, to be precise. I was an abandoned child, and he took me in as his own. I was only 11 when he died, and I didn't know anything about what had happened. That's why I sought the truth. After I searched my father's study and talked to his friends, I learned about 513 and swore revenge. From then on, I spent years training my body and studying to be an assassin. I was appointed as an agent 2 years ago.
So you were Anti-Fate from the get-go?
Yes. I did everything I could to deliver unto 513 the punishment they deserve. Though, I wasn't even bestowed a sacrament. All I could do was gather information about the agents I was paired with.
Oh, you had to be bestowed a sacrament? Interesting. Your smile seems self-deprecating. Maybe that's not a bad thing, because maybe the sacraments do have tolls on their bodies, right? So it might not be a good thing to have a sacrament.
I owe everything to you, Rosario. If I hadn't met you, I'd still be in...
Momo. Indeed. Saving you is something I can be truly proud of.
Aww.
So Rosario's one of the people who helped you make it to Japan, huh?
Momo nodded gently.
Momo?
There's something I haven't mentioned yet.
Huh?
I'm not surprised. After she told us about the fate of her buddies, I felt like I knew everything, but it looked like there was more.
Before I came to Japan, I was part of the Holy Office 513.
Oh, what? I didn't know that.
You were an agent too?
No, not like that. I was created by them.
What do you mean?
She's gonna say that she's an AI.
It was in early 2035.
Not like an AI, but you know how like they put the memories in the brain and the brain's incarnated into like humans?
The Holy
She's
Office
right.
used their Earth simulator to recreate the 3 children of Fatima. Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta. They took that data and transplanted it into 3 artificial brains. One of them, artificial brain Lucia, was me.
What did I say? Ever since the beginning, she was an AI, or like, you know, like I said, she was not a real human. She was created by the government, sort of research lab. And that's why they were after her, and that's why you see this tattoo on her, and she didn't know about it because they probably put that on her. Too good, too good. Momo was an artificial brain, data from an Earth simulator. None of that made sense. Well, it made sense to me. Maybe you're just
But
slow.
you're right here, just like us. You're not an artificial brain.
I was told that I suddenly grew a body that I had incarnated several weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm curious how like the brain like incarnates in a body.
Rosario, Do you have the recordings?
Here.
Oh.
Initially, this case only contained an artificial brain.
Oh, see, I mentioned something about a pod earlier.
One day, someone heard crying coming from inside it. And when
Wait,
they
but why is she
opened it
outside?
Up, they found Momo.
No way.
An artificial organ became
Not
a
single
person?
person of the Holy Office knows what caused it. Of course, neither do I. All we can ascertain is that transplanting data into the brains greatly increased the world's entropy.
Oh, they didn't mention entropy. Interesting. Transplanting data in the brains.
The world strayed from the fate line when they did that. And
those dumb bitches be like, gotta protect the fate line this whole time, and then they did something that greatly deviated from the fate line? Oh, these dumb fucks, and they've been blaming people of like they be trying to kill people who try to stray the fate line, but they did it themselves. Shouldn't they just all die then?
this is what caused the sad morning.
What? What?
And they caused the sad morning? Those dumb Fs. I was at a loss for words. The cause of the sad morning still wasn't clear. There must have been some major mistake that everyone overlooked, and I wonder how that caused the sad morning. That was the official explanation, but in reality, it was rooted in Momo's origin. The Holy Office recreated Momo and other kids for whatever fucking reason, and my dad died because of that. Well, I wonder how Polan feels right now. Dang, it's like, imagine your dad died because of this incident, and then the person, she didn't cause the incident, but it was partially because of her. That must be like, oh. I'm sorry. She probably felt guilty. I remember how she apologized back at the Shinjuku crater. Saw coming along. That explained it. It was because she knew the actual cause.
I'm so sorry, Polan.
But I still don't get how creating her caused the sad morning.
It's not your fault.
It's not. She didn't choose to be created.
Goddamn Holy Office that's responsible.
I didn't know what they were planning, but I did know that Momo had no business of feeling guilty about it. And I also knew that she didn't have to apologize to me.
They wanted their factors.
Huh? What are you talking about? What's a
factor?
513 thought that there's a reason certain people are exposed to, or chosen by, miracles like the apparitions of Our Lady. That these individuals have a special, inherent quality, a factor. And if it granted total control over such miracles, such power would be invaluable in their defense at the end. That's why they resurrected the children of Fatima, children whose brains they reasoned would contain factors.
So that's why. The artificial brains.
Do these factor things actually exist?
The agent's sacraments are all the proof you need.
Wait, so those are real miracles?
Davide's power. So that's why.
I wonder like how they got the sacraments, you know? Well, that explained why I couldn't figure out how his pyro shit worked.
What happened to the other two? There are 3 children of Fatima, right?
Oh.
Well,
that must hurt you.
Francisco and Jacinta's artificial brains failed to incarnate, and they died.
Oh.
Their remains were disposed of. 513 tried to obtain factors again, but they switched from artificial brains to IC chips to prevent the world's entropy from increasing.
Yeah, because they didn't want to stray from the fate line.
We saw the result of the IC chip processing with Davide's sacrament. Their new method seems far less effective than the original one, though.
I don't get it. What about the sacrament? I could tell from Momo's expression and the way she was breathing that it wasn't easy for her to hear this stuff. I didn't know people recreated in Earth simulators were technically living beings. that's interesting. Like, what are they classified as? But I had no doubt that this girl, right here, was alive.
I was blessed that I met Rosario and the people of the Anti-Fate faction after I became incarnate. If I hadn't escaped that place, I would have abandoned my mission as Lucia.
Momo, you remember meeting Mary, don't you?
Yes, like it was yesterday.
When Momo said she wanted to save the world, I didn't know what to think. But I understand now. It's no wonder she was so determined. She actually remembered meeting the Mother of Christ and hearing her prophecies. Momo wasn't the original Lucia, but the memories she inherited were real.
The Deliberators were tasked to attend to Momo after her incarnation. I was appointed as one of such agents, and I gained the opportunity to talk to her directly. At first, Momo was frightened. She wouldn't let anyone get close to her, saying she was cursed. But after I confessed to her that I opposed the end, she opened up to me. She said she wanted to save the world. It completely contradicted 513's goal. You can't imagine my shock when I heard that. 513 accepted the third secret of Fatima as their dogma and sought the end, while the one who received that prophecy wished to avert it.
Right?
I believed my meeting with Momo was fated, so I provided her with all manner of information despite her fear of being cursed.
Rosario was quite pushy, but I'm grateful for that now. She helped me make sense of the situation. And that was when I learned about Kent Korihisa from her. Hearing about his past and what he'd done, my instinct told me that meeting him would be crucial to saving the world.
The Anti-Fate faction took a great risk helping Momo escape. Many lives were lost, but I now know that they didn't die in vain. Momo met you, and as a result, she is getting ever closer to Kent Korihisa.
Oh my god, I have a big brain theory. What if somehow we are Kent Korihisa? Like, are we the player, Kent Korihisa? I don't know. Rosario wasn't putting up a front. She believed all this from the bottom of her heart. The bright smile on her face was proof of that. Wait, no, but they did say that they saw... Momo did say that she saw Kent Korihisa at the Vatican, so maybe it's not Polon. Or it's Polon, but he lost his memories. I don't know. After our chat, we wasted no time getting to work. We wanted to find a way to reach Kent Korihisa that was separate from his quest, but there were things we had to do first. Improving security to prevent the Holy Office 513 from tracking us, and coming up with a countermeasure against their sacraments. According to Rosario, they used surveillance cams and satellite imagery to analyze Momo's actions for the Earth simulator's prediction. Apparently, Momo didn't exist in Simulator because of her incarnation, so they had to gather her fresh data in order to simulate her. Its accuracy was still pretty low though, and they lost Momo multiple times during the face hack, and in the end they completely lost track of her. But that didn't mean we could relax, so we decided to beef our security system to keep our movements from being tracked. Rosario and Cross would mess with their surveillance by doing things like deleting traces of Momo and planting fake ones. As for Momo and I, we'd come to Odds' office to find a way to deal with the sacraments. First things first, though.
The door's locked.
Momo was standing in front of the door on the first floor, confused. We'd come here once during the high hack, but that was before I loaded.
Nono's workshop is on the second floor. Go up those stairs.
I still love these trees. It's so pretty.
Mom, you want some cocoa? How about a marshmallow on top? Oh, there's corn soup too!
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
No, Buffalo! You're the hero who put out the fire at Hota.
I didn't do it
right,
alone.
I remember, and she's probably so grateful for that.
You're not saying no to my cup of cocoa.
Robotic arms jumped out from under Nonon's skirt, then reached into the cupboard and took out a mug and a can of cocoa. The arms poured the cocoa into the mug and added hot water, stirred it with a spoon, and dropped a marshmallow on top. Oh my god, Nonon doesn't have to do anything. She can just use her robotic arms to do arms to do anything for her? That's so OP. Human hands would struggle to prepare a mug with cocoa with their precision.
Honey and cocoa with the bear-marked marshmallow on top. It's my bestest combo.
Aww.
Wow. Thank you.
Do you want something to drink too, Polly?
Got anything carbonated?
I got enough fizzy to make you dizzy.
Oh. One of the arms reached into the fridge, took out a 7-cup, and handed it to me.
Nice.
I wonder if this is a fridge, because that looks so cool. Like, it looks like a vault, you know what I mean? There's nothing like a 7-cup.
So, what did you want?
We want you to make a gadget we can use against the agents. They use these things called sacraments, and I'll send you the details.
I shared with her a recording of Rosaria talking about the sacraments. I'd opened the file myself too to refresh my memory.
People who have witnessed Marian apparitions or similar miracles are known as contactees. Momo is one of them. 513 have considered these contactees a threat, as some choose to oppose them using the power of the miracles they received.
They created her, but they think she's a threat? So why did you create her?
That's one of the reasons they wanted factors for themselves. Almost nothing is known about factors or how they work. But by incorporating them into Kent Korihisa's QCDC, Necro Pilgrimage, 513 gained access to powers akin to true miracles, which they now refer to as sacraments.
What do you mean by incorporating?
Establishing physical connections, using things like electric cables. Special changes seem to happen when outputs are processed through factors, but the principle behind it is a mystery.
So that's why I was connected to those machines.
Agents can activate their sacraments by accessing Necro Pilgrimage remotely. The powers they receive depend on the agent, and sometimes no powers manifest at all. Post-incarnation, Momo's factor was so potent that the sacraments had become significantly more powerful.
Oh, shoot.
Only 2 icy chips are left now. They're still a very real threat, but luckily for us, they can't match the power of the artificial brains.
Sacraments were a combination of miracle and technology. So does that mean there's 3? We took care of 1, which is Davide, and there's 2 more? So only 3 people have sacraments? Fighting miracle? That doesn't sound too bad. I thought there was a whole bunch of them with these sacraments, and I'll be like, that's not good. But it seems that it's not as many people I thought had sacraments, which is good. Fighting miracles sounded tough, but technology was a different story.
She said they need to access the computer to use their powers. Does that mean they need internet access?
Ah, the good old Wi-Fi!
So we just need to cause a little electromagnetic interference.
Well, I'm glad it's not that much of a problem.
Hacking Necropilpad would be the bestest, though.
Yeah, but that's out of the question for us.
Kent Korihisa used to be the head computer engineer at the Vatican. You'd have to be a better hacker than him
I guess our interference strategy isn't too reliable either, though.
The agents were probably aware of the weakness, so they'd probably realize that we tried something using email.
It's gonna be hard to concentrate if you're gonna keep being all negative about the plan.
Yeah, you tell him. No.
Sorry, I'll make it up to you by...
If they're your gadgets, no, I'm sure they'll work wonderfully.
Oh my god, Momo.
You think so?
Of course.
That's the encouragement No needs.
She's right. No one in the world is better at this than you. You're our girl genius.
And you're really cute, too.
Yeah, you tell her.
Alright, you can count on me. The cutest, geniusest girl in the world. I'll make you the specialist gadget you've ever seen. Get excited!
After a talk with Nono, we went up to the rooftop. Oz was there, and he seemed to be building something.
What are you doing? That's a telescope, right?
Oh my god, his hair from the back.
I'm getting ready to stargaze.
I didn't think he'd be into that kind of thing.
You like the stars?
Stargazing seems poetic.
Yeah, not just the stars, though. I like everything about the universe.
Aww.
That's wonderful.
Oz stopped working, charmed by Momo's comment.
So what do you want?
I need your wisdom. I want to know who I am.
I take all kinds of jobs, but I can't help you with your philosophical problems.
This isn't philosophical.
He thought
I think it's more biological.
He thought she was having like a, what's it called? Like a midlife crisis or quarter life crisis or something.
I don't need a
so
clear
funny.
answer either. A hint alone would make me happy.
The Holy Office 514 has used Momo for her factor, but she only found out this morning from Rosario's explanation. Knowing that had given her an idea. She thought knowing about herself could be a good tactic against the Holy Office. She could use her factor and her origin against them. I was the one who suggested she talk to Oz and Miss Lid about it. They told me some interesting stuff about my saving and loading, so I figured they could help Momo too.
Come on, Oz. It's important.
You owe me one for this.
Sure.
It's like you owe me a law already.
Miss Lid, join us for a sec.
I mean, I don't mind, but...
I have an interview. I shared my vision with Miss Lid and encouraged Momo to
I was
open up.
born under unthinkable circumstances. Honestly, I sometimes want to turn my back on it all and forget about how I came to be. But I feel as if I need to know why it all happened and who I am.
Momo explained to Oz what she told us this morning. How she was one of the children of Fatima created in an Earth simulator and transplanted into an artificial brain so her factor could be used. Then she talked about how all of this caused the sad morning, and the way she'd incarnated and gained a body several weeks ago.
The saving and loading was amazing, but this is quite extraordinary too.
Is there anything you can tell me about this?
The world line might have changed.
World line?
You said that an increase in entropy interfered with the fate line and led to the sad morning, right? That line of phrasing had me thinking about world lines and how they diverge.
You're saying that a world line where the sad morning didn't happen was overwritten by one where it did?
Yes. The concepts of fate lines and world lines may well be intertwined.
I think world lines was a big thing at Steins Gate. Momo was struggling to follow the conversation. She didn't know about world lines. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was doing some digging and research or something back on Steins Gate or something. I read an article or wiki or something that says the difference between parallel worlds and world lines is that parallel worlds, you have many parallel worlds going on at the same time in the universe or whatever like that. But world lines, there's many world lines which are like different possibilities, but only one is active at a time. So for example, they are right now on the world line where the sad morning occurred. That means all the other possibilities, like, they don't exist. Like the one where the sad morning didn't happen, it's not saying that there's also a world like that in parallel. Like, no, there's only this one, and you actually like switch from one world line to another. So there's only one active at a time. Does it make sense? I don't know. I thought that concept
World lines are basically what-if worlds. Some events trigger changes across both the past and future, changing the world to a different what-if world. Our memories change too. Apparently, only people with a certain something are able to notice the changes.
In this scenario, the cause of the world line change was the increase in entropy.
But didn't you say it's got something to do with time travel?
They said last time that my loading and changing the past was reconstructing the world or something.
You don't need time travel to change world lines.
Really?
The world line has a predetermined path. But if you resist it, if you can change that path, the world is reconstructed. Basically, even an increase in entropy would be enough to change it in real time, as long as that increase was substantial enough.
So that's how world line changes work.
Wait, you gotta talk about Momo. That's what we came here for.
World lines and their connection to the sad morning were interesting to hear about, but Momo's origins were more important.
Factor that lets you create miracles, huh? Interesting idea. Earth simulators could probably recreate something like that too. Can't much say I believe she made herself a body, though.
You don't believe her? She showed you a video.
It doesn't show the time she incarnated or anything. And we live in an age of fake videos. Doesn't seem like proof to me.
That's true.
That's why I got two
fake
hypotheses.
Videos, like, if fake videos exist, it is hard to, like, believe in video evidence anymore, you know?
Either the girl had memories from the simulated Lucia transplanted into her hippocampus, or she's possessed by Lucia's ghost.
Her ghost? You're getting way too occult there, dude.
Maybe asking a Moomoo reader about this was a mistake.
Your idea does make sense, but it doesn't quite align with my situation.
Momo, don't take him too seriously.
Huh? But...
What do you think, Miss Lid?
Dang, he literally asked him for advice. He gave him his opinion, and he's like, don't listen to that. That's basically what happened.
The incarnation doesn't seem realistic. Artificial organ research is progressing, but the best we can do is grow individual parts. We are years away from creating a whole person.
Well, if
really?
both of them
Not even you believe it?
Though I can only deduce based on tech that's been revealed to the public. It's possible the Holy Office is hiding more advanced technology. Momo may in fact be an artificial life that was born in their Earth simulator, and whose incarnation was enabled by their technology.
That reminds me of Earth simulator development.
Oz had told me that the development of Earth simulators was forbidden, but everyone was still making them behind the scenes, exactly. So the Vatican had their own version, right? And apparently the Gaia Institution was one of the places building one. Like there's there's Gaia in Japan, and then there's one in the QCDC one made by Ken Korhisa in the Vatican.
Do you think that Earth simulators can create life?
The entire human genome was sequenced in 2003. If you put that into an Earth simulator, you could probably make a person.
So you consider people of the material world and those of the digital world to be the same?
Do you know about the Amadeus system?
What's that?
It's basically an AI system that real people's memories can be transplanted into. Its technology can treat cognitive impairments, but the AIs it creates are amazing. They behave just like the people whose memories were used. You need to see them to believe it, but it's almost impossible to tell whether the Amadeus versions of people are material or digital.
I think this was something in Steins Gate, no?
The only difference is the lack of body.
Damn, it's that realistic?
So you think Amadeus is a living being?
John von Neumann had an idea for how to define life. It goes roughly like this. Life must have the ability to self-replicate. He even proved it by creating a program that self-replicated. It's the cellular automaton that's famous in the game of life and whatnot.
I still need to play that. See if I can pull up the game of life over here, but I still don't understand. I'll play it later after I finish.
Game of life?
Momo reached into her pocket and took out a small device. It was the one Nonon had given her at the welcome party. I had a version of the game of life called Life Game installed on it. I just pulled it up.
Von Neumann proposed that there is no spirit, life force, nor some divine power behind self-replicating programs. If we extrapolate from his theory, then things born from data are life too. It's not like we have a way to prove they're alive though. Unlike material life, they don't have beating hearts. If you really did incarnate, we might be able to prove that digital beings can have life too.
Digital beings can have life? Wow, what a concept. That's so interesting. So depending on the definition you went by, even digital things could be considered life. Wow, that's so contrary to what everybody's understanding of life is, you know? According to that Newman guy, anyway.
We might manage to solve the Ship of Theseus paradox at the same time.
Huh?
I was just about to ask her about the paradox one. Why don't I explain it? Okay, or look at it. They're not going to say it. A paradox related to identity, the ship of Theseus. It questions whether an object whose every part has been whose every part has been replaced can still be considered the same object. There's a derivative thought experiment that wonders whether the same object rebuilt entirely from those replaced parts should be considered the original. Yeah, okay, I'm curious like what you all think about this paradox, because you know how like if you a human, like let's say they lose their arm or something and then they replace the arm of a robotic one, you'd still think it's the same person, right? But like if every part of them was slowly rebuilt, would you still think it's the same person? I mean, I don't think so personally myself. I feel like how I think of it as like you need at least like 50% of the person, or at least you need at least 50%, 51% of the person to be the original for it to count as original. Or like you need their brain or consciousness to be there. But the thing is, if you rebuilt every part of the body except for the brain, I still don't exactly consider that the original person, because it has already lost so much of its original parts. So maybe that's why for me, I need like 50% at least, or 51% to count as the original. I don't know. That's what I think. I don't know what y'all think about that one. I think it's an interesting thing to think about. I noticed Oz was breathing heavily. Oh no. He was all pale and his body was trembling. He looked like he'd seen some kind of terrifying monster.
It's a physical wonder, not some data or figment of imagination.
What's happening?
Hey, are you okay?
Advanced science, my ass. That participatory universe theory is total bullshit.
What's happening?
I'm alive. I exist in this material world. My passion for space, the fear I felt, it's all right here.
Huh?
Space? Fear? What's he saying?
Tengen used to be an astronaut.
Oh.
For real? I thought he was a detective.
What? That's a big career
You're
switch.
not entirely wrong. He was the first officer ever assigned to work on a space station. But during one spacewalk, he was thrown out into space, and nobody came to help him.
That's so fucking tragic and scary. No. I don't know. I checked the internet, but the only articles that came up were ancient.
It didn't make mainstream news?
If people thought space was dangerous, research would stagnate, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's messed up.
Multiple countries worked together to bury the story.
That's messed
Holy
up.
shit.
That's just awful.
It really is. Drifting around in space is unimaginably scary. You're in a vacuum with metal from discarded satellites and spaceships shooting past at high speeds. There's death everywhere you look.
Yeah, how did he get
Tengen
back?
took shelter inside a small rescue pod he was connected to. But once he got inside, he didn't come back out for 14 years.
Oh.
He used the pod's cold sleep function before he went insane.
How did he make it home?
A private company found him by chance and saved him. Imagine how unlikely it was that they'd encounter him in the vast expanse. The odds were astronomically low. I may be a mathematician, but I know a miracle when I see one.
Hey. You could say that Oz is a miracle too. That is stressful to think about,
Tengen,
not gonna lie.
Are you feeling better?
He didn't respond. Instead, he looked up at the sky.
My yearning for space. The pain.
That's sad. Imagine you love something so much, but that thing also
experience
traumatizes.
that made every inch of my body shudder. It made me who I am. I'm right here.
I didn't know he had a backstory like that.
Was
Damn.
some damn illusion. This sky, that universe, it's my everything.
Aww. He felt silent, and we decided to stop there. We hadn't learned much about Momo, but I wasn't expecting many answers going in. I looked at Momo to my side, and she didn't seem too disappointed.
If I'm an artificial life, is there some way I can take advantage of that? Like stopping an agent sacrament or interfering with an Earth simulator. Something along those lines.
I feel like maybe that's possible, but we just have to figure it out.
It's just an idea I had. I haven't thought of anything specific yet.
Even if Momo had been born inside an Earth simulator, she was just a normal girl now. But maybe she could find a way to use her factor. Still.
I think it's great that you're coming up with ideas, but even if you were created artificially, you're still a person, just like us. So don't throw away your life, all right?
Oh. Exactly, her life was a miracle. I said that because I had a bad feeling. I felt like Momo was planning to do something crazy.
Okay.
Oof.
Thank you very much.
Maybe she does have some idea.
You're welcome.
Her response was kind of off. But she was smiling, and that was good enough for me. I didn't say anything else. That's a flag. That's a flag. That's a hint.
Are you Cicada 3301 on Discoded? Sorry, we use your IP address to locate and contact you. If you're the real Cicada, I'd like to meet you in person. I'm looking for a way to save the world and... Wait! Don't hang up!
Another fake?
I don't know. I'll try calling them again.
After we got Nono to build the anti-sacrament device and spoke to Oz and Liddy about artificial life, Momo resumed her search for Kent Kurohisa. She was working on that every day, from early morning until late evening, and I admired how dedicated she was. We weren't making any progress, but damn, it wasn't for lack of effort. I was helping her, of course, while...
I planted fake traces all over Chiba. I'll leave some more in Ibaraki next.
I'll drop some around Yamanashi.
Several days had passed like this, with Rosario and Cross either working on her security or helping Nona with her work. Everybody's working so hard. The problems of the face hack had caused were gradually being resolved. Progress varied depending on the company and country, though. I heard the IRL accidents were taking longer to deal with than the online ones, but the situation had recovered to the point where you could actually say things were peaceful.
Hey, you free?
Huh? Oz?
We hadn't talked since that discussion about artificial life.
Are you well?
Don't worry, that was an irregular attack.
Who is Oz?
An associate of ours.
Again,
Dang,
you
he probably
free?
goes through those other like PTSD, panic attacks. Does he go through that regularly? That sucks.
I'm kind of busy, but I guess
I would be traumatized if I was like floating around space in a pod for 14 years.
I got a job for you. We need someone to set up the AR show for a live concert. I want you to build the system.
Oh, a live concert. I know those.
I didn't think you provided services like that. When's the deadline?
Friday, this week.
Friday? What day do you think it is?
Monday.
Are you insane? I can't build an AR system that fast. Sorry, but go ask someone else.
Seriously, I don't even have any experience with that stuff. There was no way I could finish in time.
The request comes from the CCO.
Huh?
Oh, it's for the Cyberforce doll.
Why?
I had an idea.
Perhaps it's for the Cyberforce dolls?
Yeah, the three of them are going to do a mini concert. They figured AR would spice up their disaster prevention event and get people to show up. Kaoru's desperate. If you do this, he'll owe you.
A time limit, though.
You owe me from the thing with the little lady, right?
Yeah.
Time to repay the favor.
Damn it.
Well, whatever. It couldn't hurt to get on the CCO's good side anyway. It's really too much for me to handle by myself, though. And since Costa Rosario had security to take care of...
Momo, help me out.
Huh?
May I? I didn't go for her because she was the only decent choice. She looked like she was interested in all this.
Let's rush in without thinking of the consequences.
Wait. Our goal is to save the world. We cannot simply abandon our search for Kent Korihisa.
We'll see him as long as we do the quests, won't we?
That's no reason to stop the search.
Saving the world is just one of Nakano Symphony's goals. Also, the search for Kent Korihisa isn't really going anywhere. I think I'd rather help someone than continue with that. I'll still look for him whenever I can, though.
And if the quest starts, we'll drop the job. That good with you, Oz?
Of course. If a quest starts, not even the CCO will care what happens with their concert.
Very well. I will abide by your methods.
Anyway, go here. Cyberforce dolls are doing an inspection. Talk to them and ask what needs doing.
Okay.
Okay. Put in a good word for me for Mr. Samezu.
Sure thing. Try not to disappoint him.
Polon and Momo left their base at Symphony. A woman atop a neighboring building looked down at them. Giving me Juno vibes. Yup! She kicked the metal fence, and its clanging echoed across the surrounding area. She kicked it over and over, each blow channeling rage. Why is she so angry?
How does she know Kent?
The clang came to a sudden stop. Juno clicked her tongue in frustration before swinging open the umbrella in her hair. And with that, she disappeared. What is going on? How does she know that Momo knows Ken? Is she spying on them? What's up with that?
Anyway, I'm looking forward to your work.
Oh, we're back to Bombi's perspective.
You can count on us.
What did he call you for?
They found a contractor who will help with our concert.
Whoa, really? That's impressive. You'd think everyone would be too busy this time of year.
The chief sure loves making use of his mysterious connections, huh?
Ha!
He said they're
They'll
coming
be like,
to
it's gonna
see
be
us.
Polon? What?
A contractor who does the legwork instead of sticking to BMI conferences must be really diligent and dedicated.
Oh my god.
Oh, there you are.
Oh no.
Speak of the devil?
Oh? This voice.
Oh god.
Polon Takaoka?
Isaki's with him too.
Hello.
Like, it's you? I thought it was gonna be someone legit and decent, but it's you, this law-breaking, not law-abiding little hacker
We're
kid.
busy right now. If you got nothing to say, then go away.
Oh wow.
Oh, I don't mean you, Momo.
Yeah, you
Mr.
tell the
Samezu
lady.
didn't tell you?
Tell me what?
We're the ones taking care of your concert's AR.
You... What?
That's what I thought. You two were very busy during the face hack, weren't you?
That's 2 quests you completed now. Most impressive.
It's no big deal. Nakano Symphonies is just that good.
But you ignored the chief's warnings and did an illegal hack. You even took an IoT device without permission, didn't you?
Oh my god, he stopped
When we went to question them after
the
the
world
face
banks
hack,
from failing
we're the
and
ones they
stop a
complained
possible
to.
World War III. What do you want, Bombi?
We didn't know that.
Okay, that's true. The police probably got like
Come on,
the
now,
bad
we
end
had
of
to
it
complete
after.
the quest.
You hackers really have no morals, huh? I told you to work within the confines of the law, but did you listen? Of course you didn't.
Oh, that kind of stings. I like to think I'm different from other hackers. But when you lay it out like that, I guess I'm not.
If you're gonna feel bad about it, then don't do it in the first place. This concert is part of a disaster prevention event, so your work better be above board.
I'll try.
You'll try.
Trying's not. Don't worry, we won't break the law.
You're working together?
Yes. I'll help Polmon as best as I can.
You're
Hey,
so
Momo,
confused.
did you get back together?
Oh my
Yes, I'm
god.
with Polon now.
No, stop. That's not what Bombi means.
What? I think you can do better, Momo. What's so special about him?
Stop making this misconception worse, Momo.
I like that he doesn't think about the consequences.
Well, whatever. She is an AI, right? She doesn't get some of the things, right? She only lived for 2 weeks, right?
But I feel like I don't want to think about the consequences either.
He's a bad influence. Don't let him taint you, Momo.
What bad
Hey,
influence?
Bombi, stop chatting. Let's get to work.
Like, Bombi, all this convincing you're doing is not getting through to her at all. Just stop.
Just let me...
Bombi.
Sorry.
All right, let's talk about what we're gonna do.
I'm looking forward to working with you all.
Time really flew after I took the AR job. That was fast. Before I knew it, it was 3 a.m. in the morning before the evening of the concert. I pulled 2 all-nighters and was still racing against time.
Shit. I'm about to shut down.
Sleep was coming over me. I felt like my whole body was being pulled to the ground.
No, damn it. Oh, stay awake.
And these are the things.
Oh, yeah. I'll watch the
Deadlines
vid.
today. There was a recording of the CFD's first concert on YouTube. It wasn't an official vid, but it had been recorded and uploaded by a fan. They held a crime prevention campaign in Edogawa in September. It was supposed to double as the CFD's debut, but a typhoon hit the day of the event. That's sad, but that didn't stop them. The winds were blowing hard and nobody was there, but they held their concert anyway. Oh, the stage collapsed after the first song though, so they had no choice but to call the whole thing off. The CFD hadn't done a single concert since then. They had their police duties, of course, but they didn't have many opportunities to perform. That's sad. But I could still tell they put a lot of heart into that first show and were disappointed with how it turned out. Like, yeah, we gotta make their second concert better. That was why Momo and I wanted to help make their second concert a real success.
All right, now I'm motivated.
I went back to work. Right now, I was debugging. Once this was taken care of, all we had to do was adjust the stage.
That's the last bug. If this works, then... Done!
Yay! Asking for Cross's help during the design stage was the right idea, but I would have wasted a lot of handling that stuff alone. Momo had worked pretty hard on that direction too. She had been chatting to the CFD and secretly telling me about what they wanted to for the show. I was pretty sure the result was going to be great.
Gonna sleep a bit.
I lay down on the sofa I was sitting on. I saved just in case, as my mouth stretched into a huge yawn. If something went wrong, I'd just go back here.
Good night.
I went to Symphony early so I could meet up with Momo. I slept a lot, so my mind was pretty clear.
Good morning, Polon.
Morning.
Symphony's door opened and Momo and Rosario walked in.
Hey!
They weren't staying at Symphony anymore. Now that our security had been improved, they figured it was safe to stay in hotels around Nakano. Symphony didn't even have a shower or washing machine, so this must have improved their quality of life by a whole lot.
How was the job?
I made it somehow. Had to stay up till 4, though.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I do that all the
If only
time. I
could
do that
build
like almost every
systems
day,
too.
man. And I'm still good.
Hey,
no, I need to
finished
fix
on time
that.
without you. It's because you were taking care of production that I could focus on the system. The production turned out great, too. I couldn't have done it better myself. You were the perfect person for the job.
Thank you.
Takaoka! Can't wait for today's concert, man!
Oh my god, I want to see how it goes.
Hell yeah! Gotta see the fruits of your lovey-dovey cooperation.
Oh my god, Win is such a wingman. He's like always.
Plus, this is the first
shipping
actual
us.
job you've had in a while.
Yeah, I guess so.
We'd all been doing odd jobs to get by, but we hadn't gotten real work like this in about a month.
By the way, did you give it to Izaki?
Give what?
A Christmas present? It's Christmas today!
No! You didn't know?
Oh. Get off my ass.
No! Get her a present.
Forget?
Hey, things are chill now.
This is what
No,
I
it's
told
not
you to
chill.
get
You forgot to get her a
BFFGF.
present.
What kind of BF forgets something like this?
But since when were we a
I'm
BF
not
though?
her BF.
Yeah.
My man, this is so cringe. A present would have made her real happy.
No need for that. I'll get
There
it
is a
later.
need
There'll
for
be plenty
that.
of time after the concert.
That's not gonna cut it. You gotta give Christmas presents on the morning of the 25th.
Get off my ass.
Actually, you gotta be with your girl from Christmas Eve. You can't leave her side.
For real? No need for that.
I had no idea.
Come on, now's not the time.
Yeah, it is. Win just told you what
Here's
to
some
do.
advice then. A Christmas present's gotta be expensive. You gotta get something like a glamorous accessory or a sweet bag.
I don't think he has the money
I
though.
want to kick back for a bit. I see.
All Win had was a GFF, but he still knew way more about the stuff than I did. Nice accessory, huh?
Oh yeah.
If you hadn't mentioned this, I would have totally forgotten about it. Damn, I feel dumb as hell. I just got the save I made. If I use it, I can get Momo her present in time. Yeah, this is the way. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I don't know. I want to get Momo a present, you know, for Christmas. If this leads to a game over, I'll be very sad.
Good morning, Polon.
Morning.
Symphony doors open and Momo and Rosario walked in.
Momo, here, take this.
Can you be less awkward about it, Polite? I gave her the thing I ordered. It arrived just a while ago. I asked the place to wrap it up nicely too, obviously.
Open it.
Polite! Momo carefully unwrapped it, revealing a black box the size of her palm. Inside
a necklace.
I thought it would look good on her.
Thank you.
It definitely would.
But what's the occasion?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to say.
I cleared my throat out.
Merry Christmas!
Spoke with a great big smile on my face.
Huh?
Oh no. That wasn't the response I was expecting. Actually, there was an intense air about Momo. It wasn't like her at all. What the hell?
Polon, sit.
She told us to sit. What happened?
Right?
Should I not have gotten her a gift? I went to the nearby chair.
Right.
On his knees? Dang! She making him kneeling now? I immediately dropped to my knees.
Why would you
What is
give
going-
gifts on the day of Jesus Christ's nativity?
Christmas is all about the presents, right?
Deposit that notion in the trash where it belongs! The Christmas of today is a mockery. The meaning of Christmas has been ravaged by the depraved and greedy beast that is commercialism.
Oh, I'm sorry. She wasn't into that kind of
Children
stuff.
toys, giving branded gifts to lovers? What does any of that have to do with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? My God!
True. I didn't know that giving her a Christmas gift could be that bad.
It's entirely, undisputedly unrelated to him!
I've been framed.
Thank you, Polite. Freaking freaking win?
Momo, I think you've...
Be silent, Rosario!
Oh.
Do you wish to be complicit in the commercialization of Christmas?
Oh no! We're having a commercialization talk from Momo now.
Christmas. I'll tell everyone what it's about!
I've been framed.
That's crazy. Shit, I felt like crying. He worked so hard. Should we redo it? I'm being trolled by this game. I'm being trolled by this game. I'm trying to get Momo a gift for Christmas, right? To cheer her up. Instead, we pissed her off. The win giving bad, awful advice. Oh. Hey, you know what? I think... Don't tell me she's got mad at commercialism again. Momo and Rosario looked around Symphony in surprise. I'd updated Symphony's regular decor to make it more Christmassy. You know what? Maybe... Yeah, because before it wasn't decorated at all, so after we fixed it twice, hopefully this is better. The decorations were all AR though. Physical ones would be nice, but there was no time to grab any, and that's why I brought AR decoration set online and set it up all around the place. Oh my god, they have AR decoration? That's so cool, because if I turn it... And it... I was gonna say it saves money, but he still had to buy it, but... It's less commercialism, right? I could honestly say that I tried, but to be real, it felt kind of rushed. It looks good, hold on. It looks good. It wasn't good enough. If it wasn't good enough, I just have to load again, and...
Wow.
No, I think it's good enough.
This is all AR, isn't it?
As Momo touched the Christmas tree and the decorations, she smiled. She can feel it.
Beautiful.
Oh, you know what? She's happy
Agreed.
now.
Really?
Yes.
Pola was traumatized from last time.
Symphony wonderfully.
Aww.
It feels somehow nostalgic.
Oh, now that you mention it.
I hadn't noticed it while I was putting up the decorations, but they matched Symphony's retro interior. It felt like an authentic Christmas. Well, it wasn't like I knew what a proper Christmas was like.
Even though your hands were full with work, you found the time to do this. It's wonderful, Polon.
No, she's happy. We did something at Christmas. Yay. Her reaction to this Christmas and the last one were night and day. Thank God. I kind of rushed it, but I'm glad I did all this.
I feel like the concert preparations will be a breeze now.
Aww.
Let's rush in there and get everything done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rosario went back to working on the security while Momo and I went to the concert venue.
I tried increasing the size of the text.
Alright, I think actually I want to save this whole concert event for the next time. So this video I think is kind of on the short side, but I think this is the place I want to stop at. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. And then I'll catch y'all again next time, and we're gonna get to the concert next time. Peace out y'all.